There's a gentleman here at the microphone almost directly in front of me. From this side of the hall, your question, please.
As there's no member of the Labor government here, I guess this falls in the lap of the Delivery Authority. As the proposed Barangaroo development is to take place on public land, which is managed by the elected state government on behalf of the public, is it not beholden on the government to be transparent on the following: how the value of the land was established? Did the value agreed by the government dictate the development envelope? And how will the possibility of a conflict of interest be dealt with, as the government is both real estate agent and approval authority?
Michael.
Again, because it's hard to hear, I'd like you to just ask me each question and I'll answer it in turn, if you don't mind. I think the first one was...
how the value of the land was established.
Okay. The value of the development rights that are being offered at Barangaroo South have been established by a competitive process. The whole of the process of procurement has been evolved through strict adherence to the ICAC guidelines, where the value for money equation must be met, as well as other criteria that were established by the authority also needed to be met. The value for money equation was the value of the financial offer amounted to 35% of our assessment. Urban design also amounted to 35%. Sustainability, deliverability, capacity of the developer, all of these things were part of the assessment process. At the end of the day, the electorate of New South Wales can be certain that the value for money equation has been established through the competitive process, and that the value of money of this site has been protected for the people of New South Wales through that process.
I thought the question, though, was directed towards the actual inherent value of the land, that is, a dollar value. Is that not the question?
That's correct, yeah.
On a site like this, value for money comes out of the competitive process. But I can say to you that the value that we have received in relation to this site has in fact been done in accordance with process and has in fact exceeded our expectations for the site through independent valuation.
Right, the second part was, did the value dictate the planning envelope?
Absolutely not. The initial building envelopes for the site were set by the authority in partnership with the winning team, and the additional 120,000 metre, which was the first amendment to the concept plan, was delivered because there was a view that we needed to preserve Sydney's centrality as the financial services hub for the South Asia Pacific region. After an examination, a long examination and a detailed examination, that the types of floor space that we could deliver at Barangaroo could not be delivered anywhere else in the CBD, the decision was made to reinforce Sydney's economic centrality and the power of the Sydney CBD economy through the addition of this additional 120,000 metres, which I have to say to you was not inconsistent with what the winning architects themselves had proposed.
And the final part was, how do you overcome that perceived possibility of conflict of interest with the state government being both the real estate agent and the approval authority?
The process of planning is absolutely preserved through the fact that the government has created the Barangaroo Delivery Authority. It is an entity set up under an Act of Parliament which was proclaimed on the 30th of March last year. It has a very powerful board of people who are very, very concerned to ensure that there is a separation of our entity and state. We are entitled to promote Barangaroo in accordance with the objectives of our Act, and we are doing that at the moment to best purposes, including promoting and supporting the Lend-Lease scheme, because we believe, taking all interests into account, that scheme is best for Sydney and for the people of New South Wales. However, it will be up to the Minister for Planning, advised by his planning department, to determine whether this scheme is an adequate scheme or not. And as the Lend-Lease scheme is about to go on public exhibition, and I think that decision will be announced in the next several days, everybody in Sydney, everybody in New South Wales will have a capacity to make representations to the Minister for Planning in relation to the matter, and he will be informed by that process.
Up the back.